Hi guys, welcome back to the train layout. Today I have a new layout update for you. I'm going to show you everything that I have accomplished since the last layout update. Now let's begin. The first thing that has been completed is the parking lot for the row of stores and the ice cream shop. It has finally been painted and the lines drawn. And as you can see, there's plenty of parking for both businesses, as well as the appropriate markings. Also, the parking lot for the general store has been completed. It's looking really good. This was all achieved with Woodland Scenics asphalt top coat and concrete coat, and it gives a very realistic feel, and I like how it turned out. If we turn to the right, you can see that the driveways to the houses have finally been painted and the cars finally have a place to park next to their homes, and it looks really good, complete with sidewalks, plants, and trees. Speaking of which, if we go over the tracks and into the Nature Walk corner, you can see I put most of the trees in this area to give it a more dense feel. And if we look closer, I put some rail cars I don't use anymore here, so it looks like it's been abandoned and never restored. And as you can see where that extra track is, it's going to lead right into the corner over there. It's probably going to be a cement plant. The whole idea is to be an industry siding, so I'm looking forward to that. Now as we move more to the right and down, you can see I added a highway scene. So what ended up happening is I had a gap between two 2x8 tables, and I had two options: make it into a river or a highway. So I went with the highway. I built it using wood I had lying around, and I think it turned out very, very good. I put trucks, cars, and everything. And trains go over it no problem. I was worried the bridge wasn't going to be level, and when that happens the cars tend to uncouple, but I had no problems. And I'm glad I did this project. It looks very good. So if we go to the right, you can see the road has been extended onto this table. Leading right toward the diner, which its parking lot has been completed also. Doesn't have a lot of parking, but it gives it a very unique feel. Not all parking lots are the same. Now with my layout, most of the roads on the layout are 3-lane roads. One going one way, one going the other, and turn lane in the middle, as you see here. I added this extension, again wood I had lying around, and it's going to be the street that leads you to the train station. The train station is going to be built right here where these cars are parked and where the engine is parked. It's going to be a commuter station, probably 4 cars long. So that's what this area is for. Now if we go back to the left, over the road, past the houses, we get to another new thing that I've done. Previously, the road ended where this street is, but I was able to extend it all the way to that grade crossing over there. This was done because since I'm using EZ-Track, the EZ-Track didn't really agree with being far from the wall, so I ended up moving it closer to the wall, and that gave me space to extend that road, and it looks very, very good. So if we keep going this way, the road separates from the tracks for a little bit. This will be the area of downtown. So I'll have a good amount of buildings here. Over here will be the town's train station, which is going to be 2 cars long. These platforms are actually just paint mixing sticks you get at the paint store, and sometimes you can get them for free. And they go really well with the trains I have on the layout. If we keep moving, the track turns, and so does the road. They cross each other for a second time on the layout. Go toward the bridge. And as you can probably tell, I finished the second loop of track so I can run 2 trains either side by side or going in opposite directions. Where you see this gap here, they won't fall off the track. If we go over the TV, this is where the Phase 3 project will be a long train yard for all my freight cars. Speaking of freight cars, since I put the second loop down, they don't have to sit in boxes anymore, but sit on the rails like they were made to. So right now I have a 35 car train. Again, having no problems with couplers or derailments. Now this hopper right here has a long story ahead of it. It used to be a Peabody yellow hopper, but I decided to scratch off the name and keep it yellow. This car survived for over 20 years. This car was around in the early times of Athearn, so this is actually an Athearn car. And let's admit it, if little kids were exposed to HO trains, some of us probably wouldn't take care of it. And I was one of those kids. So I had a bunch of rare pieces that I never took care of. But now since I got the new layout, I'm taking care of everything now. And that car runs very good on this train. But that car is over 20 years old. Now, let's focus on the streets for a while. All the markings were made with colored pencil. And it turns out just as great if I was using paint. It saves me a lot of money, and it's easier and less messier. I have turn lanes, parking spots, handicap parking, driveways. It's all here. even on the highway. I'm very glad with how this turned out. I'm a very simple guy, so I like using simple tasks to complete my... And I'm happy how everything turned out so far. Can't wait to give you another update. So I hope you have enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next layout update. Thank you for watching.